morning, guys. We're in Redondo Beach, and we're at a cute little coffee shop, and I'm uploading. We're having some snacks. It's really cool. They have a bunch of used books in here, and a knight in shining armor. Not Peyton, someone back there. So we're sitting on the pier, and Kevin just informed me this is where they filmed the intro to the OC. I never really watched it when I was younger, but a lot of my friends watched it.
It's right there. They always show it. You can't see it from here, but.
What are you getting, Peyton?
Cheese on a stick.
About 3.5 minutes with pressure for you.
Never seen this before.
There is mustard.
It's cheese on a stick. It's American cheese on a stick, and then you fry it and eat it. Alright, we made it to Uncle Bob's body glove boat, and we're going to go paddleboarding. There's some mechanical problems, so we're not going to take the boat out today, but we get to relax on it, and we're going to take the paddle boards out, and then maybe go for a bike ride. There's the steering wheel, the compass. This is so cool. I really hope that I own a boat one day, because I love it. Oh, it's so nice out. Really bright.
You have two left hands, dude.
Sorry.
I don't know what you're doing.
It tells you where sharks are?
Yeah.
How?
There's like a shark finder on here. There's everything.
My kind of boat.
Yeah. You could definitely be chilling in here.
I think I've decided that I definitely want a boat like this.
Look at these things.
Put them on. Oh.
Boom. Uncle Bob, what up?
Kevin just gave us some body glove goodies, like stickers. Peyton is actually getting a tattoo right now.
What?
Oh, that's awesome. That is so funny. That's perfect. Is it recording? Hi guys, I'm on the paddleboard. I'm gonna actually take the camera with me, even though I'm really terrified of dropping in the water. I think it's worth it. Anna! I'm standing on my paddleboard. Oh. They're really cute, but they smell really bad. No, they're coming at me.
So I talk to trees and all living things, hoping everything in the woods are free. And on that eastern shore, longboard, you regret the octopus of one last jump.
Oh God!
Back and call, surely the sun will help us all.
Hi guys, so I have a long story to tell you in a little bit. I just got my camera from a secret hiding spot, and it's pretty wet right now actually. I hope it keeps working and I don't have to get a new one. I'll explain in a moment.
So of my tidings I'll speak no more. I'll do the ordering, you do the work. Plants and animals are so free, and that's just the way it'll always be.
That was so good. I'm so excited. You happy?
Yeah. Come here.
Okay.
Well, let's take a picture of you with him. I don't want my picture. But these are pretty rare. They're 19th. Oh wait, no. Let's get over here. This is the guy that left me his house, his Rolls Royce, his Dodge van, and his bank account. So be nice to your parents. He didn't leave his daughter anything.
Ah.
I tried to get him to leave it to her, and he's no. But anyhow, this is the first one I found, and we were lobster diving, and the first dive I let all the people dive for lobster. The second dive I give them archaeology hammer, and they got to go down and break up sea urchins because they tear up the kelp so bad. And I think I'm responsible for all the kelp out there now. But anyhow, I had a bank bag with me, and I put it over the depression in a rock, and I swooped in the little shells, dead shells that accumulated in there, and it just kept bigger and bigger and bigger. And all at once I stood it up, and There's a rock with a hole in it. I bring Patty something every time I go out diving, so I pulled it up. We put a buoy on it, and then we just raised it with the anchor and dropped it on the dock. And everybody complained about it because it smelled. It had coral on it. And so I took it up to the shop, and they complained, but I own the place. And this is the first one. And the second one was a different one, but we pulled up about 7 or 8 of them now. And this one weighed 1,031 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And when it got to the surface, it just split in half. And the reason why is because all of these tube worms were in there, and it's a piece of granite. And what we believe these are 4,000 years old, Chinese stone anchors.
Wow.
There's about 45 of them out here off our coast in one spot.
That's incredible.
And
That's
we
crazy.
think the boat sank right there at that spot. They carried 50 of these stones for anchoring and ballast. When they need a new one, I guess they sent a guy down and say, drill a hole in it. We want to use it for an anchor. And everybody says, one gal said on the History Channel, she said, well, they didn't sail very far in their big ships. They built 500-foot ships in those days. They had 1,000 crew members, and they carried 250 maidens that they gave to the emperors of other countries so they could trade with them. And they were propelled by oars, paddle wheel, and sail. And the oars were so large it took 15 men to row one oar.
Wow.
So they were huge ships. So we think this boat sank out there. There's a guy down in San Diego who's the world authority on these, and he found one in the Santa Barbara Channel at 1,200 feet. And it was the same kind of rock as this, but it had magnesium nodules growing on it, and they dated those at 4,000 years ago.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And you found these yourself?
I found these, and I had a partner named Wayne Baldwin. He found the second one, then we formed a partnership and brought up a whole bunch of them.
Wow.
We just brought up 2 not too long ago. They tried to put us in jail for taking them out.
Really?
Yeah, but then we wouldn't tell them which city we found it. Didn't do anything about it. Look at this rock. Doesn't it look like it?
Yeah, it does look like it. Just
And
like it.
what they used this for is they carried this with them, and they used a bow and arrow to start a fire. And when they got a hole clear through it, then what they did, they cut down a little sapling tree and slid this rock down on it. They put their toes like that, they pointed, and they'd hold it like a hole, dig a hole in the clay so they could bury seeds and stuff. They used it as a tool.
Hey, which animal is the one that has the harpoon in it? Which
Right
show?
here. This one here. Want me to tell you the story?
Sure.
All right, this is what they call a cone shell. You never pick them up unless when they're alive or in the ocean like
Okay.
this. Never pick them up like this, always like this. They put this shell, not this particular one like it, they put it in an aquarium with 12 inches of sand and 12 inches of water. And they left him in there for 3 weeks. He really got hungry. He's underneath the sand, that's why you don't have to clean the shell. All you have to do is take the animal out. So they put a little blenny, about that long, a little fish, and he wandered all over and he finally settled in a corner. And this shell came up out of his hand, went with his periscope like that across his hand. He gets over to this blenny, and the blenny thinks, that's something I'm going to eat. So he starts feeling around on his gill plate because he wants to get behind it. And when he gets behind the gill plate, another tube comes out and shoots a little miniature harpoon with a string attached.
No way.
And the little fish pulls his shell around the aquarium for about 3 seconds and it collapses. He's paralyzed and he comes out and meets it. He has a quiver in there with 3 harpoons in it. And the mystery is that the harpoons come down backwards. Nobody knows how he turns around to shoot them. And he can if he misfires, he can refire in about 2 or 3 minutes with a new one. It's called a cone shell. And we have little bitty ones in California that are much more powerful than this, but they don't have enough venom. The guy told me, he said, where do you put your shells when you find them? I said, underneath my wetsuit. Don't do that. He said, put them underneath between your pants and your jacket because you might get a cone shell. And if you had a lobster scratch there, that guy could penetrate that and you'd get sicker than a dog.
That's crazy.
I lost $50,000 on these shells.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You have
Wow, those are
abalone
so
farm,
pretty.
And
Those are really pretty.
the guy who stole 300,000 or 400,000. They were $3.50 a piece. And so my friend lost $1 million. I lost 50.
That's
He
crazy.
just shut the thing down. We lost everything.
They're pretty. I see.
And this is the one that's really expensive right here. It's the most
That's
expensive shell I got. That's a baby abalone. That's an adult abalone from the Galapagos Islands. You can't take them. I got all these alive. I'm the only guy that's got any of them alive.
Wow.
Did you find them yourself, these
Yeah,
ones?
I'm
Wow.
fine, so.
Did you know what you were looking for or you just happened to come?
Yeah, I went down there to look for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Did you go down there on your boat, or did you?
I went down there on Ed Jens's boat, one just like mine, built by the same people, but 94 foot. I was in charge of the trip. Went there in 1972.
How long?
That's where I saw a great white. Came right up to
No
me.
way.
20 footer came right up to me.
That's like my worst fear. That's my worst fear.
Why?
I'm so terrified of
You don't
them.
have to worry about great white. I was diving in Guadalupe Island not too long ago, last year, and they invited me to go, and because I was one of the storytellers on the boat trip. And I'm the oldest guy. I was 83 at the time, and I made the most dives. And we dove all day Sunday at 40 feet. You're in 279 feet of water, but you're anchored in there, but you're just down 40 feet in the cage. And so we're getting out of the cage, we're getting pretty brave and everything. A couple of tuna came by us, fields. Next morning, I was the first guy down, and a great white just swam right by me,
Oh, God.
right here. This
So
close, just-
scary.
and I'm out of the cage. I'm out of the cage. I could have reached out and touched his teeth. They don't hurt you if you don't bother them.
We had so much fun today. We had such a fun week with Kevin hanging out with us in San Clemente. Now I have to say goodbye to Peyton and Kevin.
Now listen, I thought you were supposed
Alright, me and Hannah finally made it back to San Clemente. I am nice and showered. I'm so happy because I was covered in salt from the seawater. A lot of today's footage, the sound in it, it was so windy today that a lot of it was, the natural sound was ruined, so I had to put music over a lot of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had so much fun visiting with Kevin and his family. They're so nice and they live such interesting lives. I really admire them. So now we're back to not vacation mode. Kevin's gone. I'll be alone this week while Hannah's at work. But that way I can get some work done and work on the next episode of Food with Dottie. I'm not sure quite what I'm cooking yet. But a lot of you guys have suggested doing some kind of vegetarian meal. But I'll see. So like I said, I had a story to tell you. I have to explain what happened and why I didn't film as much as I would have liked to while we were on the paddle boards. We were paddleboarding in this really calm water, and then suddenly we got out really deep and the water started getting really rough and the waves were getting really strong, and we kind of got pushed onto shore, and we were like up on the beach, and when I was on my paddleboard, a huge wave came and like knocked me over, and I barely saved my camera from going underwater. I was completely underwater and I was holding my camera up with my arm, and I'm pretty sure it got a little bit wet, and I'm hoping it doesn't break my camera later. It seems to be working right now, but I feel like it's dropping some frames when it films. Hopefully nothing's wrong. I really don't have to get another camera. So yeah, we got kind of stranded on the beach, and in order to get back out, we had huge paddle boards that are really heavy, and the waves were so strong, and I needed both of my hands to get out there. So I hid my camera under the pier, and we paddled out there, and I got pummeled like 3 times and like taken underwater, but eventually we got out. And then we rode our bikes back over to where I had hidden my camera and got it back. So I missed out on some filming on the paddleboard, and I'm kind of bummed about that. But at least you got to see a little bit of it. Like I said, we had an amazing time. I'm sad it's over. I have to get back to my normal schedule. But we're already making plans to see Kevin and them again in July in Tahoe. Maybe for the 4th of July to see the fireworks, but we'll see. So yeah, I need to go to bed. I'm exhausted from a very rigorous workout on the paddleboard all day. My arms are killing me. So I'm gonna go to bed. I hope you guys have a good night's sleep, and I will see you tomorrow.
I like girls that don't like me. I wonder if we'll ever meet, but chances are you're not for me, 'cause I'm not sure about anything. No, waking up too sick to see, step back, breathing, just fucking breathing. Let's pretend it's you, not me. Fake looks fake, eyes fake, everything. No, waking up too sick to see, step back, breathing, just fucking breathing. Let's pretend it's you, not me. Fake looks fake, eyes fake, everywhere. So motion, don't use the notion. I'd rather throw you in the ocean. Chances are you're not Yes, I'm not sure about anything, but chances are you're not for me, 'cause I'm a little hard to please. I like girls that don't like me. I wonder if we'll ever meet, but chances are you're not for me, 'cause I'm not sure about anything.